Hello, everybody, and welcome to Green and Gorgeous. I'm not going to lie to everybody. This is our second shot here. Jacob and Todd left us unattended tonight, but we were just talking. What a rough week one, but I think we're all feeling a little bit better about week two. It is Bears week, and Tori has the greatest shirt on today. Maybe she'll show you that in a little bit. But Emily, how's everything going?
Good. Yeah. Happy Thursday. Excited for another week of football, week two, entering into that week. So, yeah, Tori, let's see your shirt.
Had
Yeah.
to break this one out.
Love
It's
it.
only appropriate.
I'm wearing it to work tomorrow as well. So
Oh, that's perfect for Bears Week. We love to see it. Okay, so how's everyone's week going? I think I said we're all a little bit, feeling a little bit better this week considering we played the Bears. How are you guys feeling?
definitely feeling better. I had a patient try to get under my skin and ask me about week one, and I said, I'm on to week two already. I don't care anymore.
I feel like as Packers fans, we've kind of just ruled week one out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was actually preseason game 4, but
yeah. Week one means nothing to us. I think that week one actually was weird all across the league, not just for the Packers. There were
there were so many games that went away I did not see going at all.
Overtime, missed field goals. Yeah, it made me feel a little bit better, especially living here in Dallas. That Dallas loss that night would make Monday for me a little bit easier, knowing that everybody else was mourning their loss and that it wasn't just me to be made fun of. So.
Well, not only that.
We live in Kansas City, so we didn't get that.
Yeah.
All we got was Mahomes did that without Tyreek Hill.
5 touchdowns.
Okay.
5 touchdowns.
Well, at least we scored a touchdown this week one. Unlike
it was better than the difference in score. We let up less points. We got more points.
Yeah, it was better than last year. I mean, it wasn't great. Obviously, we hate losing to the Vikings, but unfortunately, that's just how it goes with them. I feel like we always split. We all expected to lose the game. At least that's what we said on our podcast. So I feel like we were all prepared for a loss, so it didn't hurt really, honestly. So can you guys tell me what you think about the game in 5 words or less?
I'll go first. Mine were running backs need more touches. The fact that with the wide receiver core we are not really well aware of, and we don't know how they're going to be. The fact that they got Dillon and Jones combined had less than 20 touches is just beyond me.
Yeah. Well, mine's real short. I wrote one word, yikes. That's about it.
and that does sum it up pretty well. We all know what you're talking about.
It really does. It was a big yikes. But mine is 5 words. O-line was hot garbage.
Steaming
trash. It was painful.
I'm sure Rodgers thought so too. Jesus, sacked what, 4 times?
Yeah, and then whenever Zadarius was standing over him and he couldn't get up.
I hated the crawl. As he did that, I was just like, can you stop?
Yeah, I was waiting for him to pull the t-shirt off this and,
I was too. I was like, shoot, Emily and I just talked about this. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, I do think it was better once they put, I think it's Zach Tom in. Then that's when Aaron Jones had that huge, run down the field. So I think that was an improvement, and I think Matt LaFleur said a couple things that they're, fighting for their, week 2 starting position. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah, that was there was no offensive line, none.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good at all. So we've talked about the offensive line here. What do you feel was worse on Sunday, Tori, defense or offense?
I just thought the offense looked overall unprepared. They were not ready. I think just that drop, the very first play, that drop just like set the tone for the whole game. And
Mhm.
it was not a good tone, obviously. I think if he catches that ball, it's a completely different story. I don't know if we win, but I feel like the energy is up there and we are more confident in each other. So it definitely would have been at least closer. So I'm going to go with offense because the O-line was terrible and then people were not getting open and Rodgers wasn't hitting targets correctly either. Like I felt like he should.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Emily, what do you think?
I will say offense also, but however, I do have to say that defense, we've talked about them all off season, how great they are. They look incredible. We have the best secondary in the league. And then what happened with Justin Jefferson? I mean, Justin Jefferson ruled that game. Last year when we played him, it was the Dalvin Cook story. This year it was the Justin Jefferson story. He, was a one-man team for Minnesota. Where was the coverage on him? It was just unacceptable.
Definitely.
I said it a million times on Sunday, right? Everyone saw it. Jair should have been man on man. I don't know
why is he
why
not?
they didn't do it. I mean, Jair wanted that. I'm sure he did because he always wants the bragging rights to say, "Oh, I locked up Justin Jefferson," but they just weren't putting him on there. But I'm going to have to go with offense here also. Tori brought up the drop. Obviously, everybody's talked about it. But I think that really did set the tone for the rest of the game. I think you could even just see it in Rodgers' face after that drop. He was
definitely.
Oh, yeah. He was
such frustration. Yeah.
The eye roll was there.
I mean, his eye roll was equivalent to like what my facial expression was during that as well.
Yeah.
I think everyone's facial expression was the same.
But I jaw dropped, yelling at the TV. You have to catch that.
Right through your hands.
Oh my God.
And the thing is, like, he was there. I mean, he absolutely smoked them.
Easily would have been beat. Easily a touchdown.
It was a touchdown, 100%. He would still be running now. Like
he would have never stopped because he was going so fast. Like, I want to know how fast he was going exactly. I want to say he was at least going 21 miles per hour, but that's just me. But yeah. Once you see that expression on Rodgers' face, you can just tell like he's done and he's frustrated. So at that point, like he doesn't care anymore. Like the game was already over in his eyes. So
definitely.
Yeah, that was frustrating. I do agree with Emily's point there though, that the defense has been, hyped up this whole off season. We have a lot of great defensive players. I definitely won't, take away from that, but they just were not there. And part of you thinks like that has to be coaching. It is coaching, right? Because they were the one making the calls. I mean, our guys are better, in a different way than what they had them doing.
Yeah.
So enough of week 1. I think it's time for a little bit of fun here. Let's go to our Thirsty Thursday segment. Tori's going to start us off. Who was your favorite look?
I definitely wanted to say Jair, but I will save that for one of you guys. So honestly, I was like surprised by my own pick. I really liked Preston Smith's look, the open jacket, black shirt underneath, ripped jeans, the glasses, just like look so classy, but not like in a bad Steve Urkel kind of way with the glasses. Like I love the neck tats peeking through. I love tats. So definitely had Preston Smith on my list, as well as the suits from Randall Cobb.
The Randall Cobb suits were it. We both had this one here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With the iPad. Ooh.
He is ready for business.
Yeah. He was on a business trip.
It's a good one. Okay, Emily, who do you have?
Okay, the main man, Aaron Jones. He rocked the sombrero, which we love to see. He, has a little bit of necklaces going on, but he just looked calm, cool. I love the huge shades, but yeah, I always love whenever he pulls out the sombrero. And we also have a surprise picture in there. There we go.
The
There
best
it
picture of
is.
the week. The best one of the week. I don't care
If that doesn't
what
say
anyone
thirsty,
says.
I don't know what does.
I think we should just keep this picture right in front of my face for the next 45 minutes.
I was gonna say, I hate how it always just like blocks Emily's face off.
If anything, block mine, please.
Just move us around. Just have Aaron Jones shirtless in the corner.
Yes, that would be great. We'll just put him as our logo. I'm sure he
Yeah.
would
There we
mind.
go. Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Haley?
Okay.
Yes, Haley,
Well,
I'm surprised. Who are you gonna pick?
Well, you guys, I have a couple actually because they were just so good this week. Surprise, Jair Alexander.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. Who would have ever thought that I would have picked him? You can't really see here on the screen, but if you zoom in, you see the Jaw Money neck, the chain there. It's really just, I love it. I love him. I love everything he does. My next
I love the
one,
shirt. Peace, love.
I know it's just so Jair in the zone.
Yeah.
AJ Dillon was also
Yeah.
serving looks in this velvet short tracksuit, if you will. Look at this man's quads.
The quad.
How could you
through.
not? They just
I
pop.
know. But still, I mean, I'm seeing muscles in places where I didn't know people could grow muscles.
Oh, yeah.
And my last one here is going to be, this one actually is a surprise. Look at my sweet boyfriend wearing the best shirt ever made. Shout out Dakota Mitchell. He actually was a really good sport and wore this when we went to the Chiefs-Packers preseason game. It took a lot of convincing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I actually promised him that if we ever go to a Cowboys game that I would wear a Cowboys shirt.
Disgusting.
Just to be a
Off
good
the podcast.
sport. I
Disgusting.
know.
Boo.
I had to compromise,
Tomato,
but I also
tomato.
had to get it out there to let everyone know if you see me in a Cowboy shirt, this is the reason. I don't actually like them. I probably threw up on it putting it on.
Couldn't be me.
Could never be
Couldn't be
me.
me.
Wouldn't be me. Okay. So we have that. So like we said, Bears week 2. We got week 1 out of the way. How are you guys feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 about the game against the Bears?
I'm feeling okay. I don't know. There's, 6, 7 out of 10 maybe.
Emily, you're supposed to be our optimistic one.
I know. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because of, how the Bears did last week versus like how we did. Anytime you go into playing against a team that has won and then another team that's lost, there's always that what if situation. And even though we all knew we were going to lose to the Minnesota Vikings, we all knew that we shouldn't. Like on paper, we shouldn't. And same thing, I think, against the Bears, having Aaron Rodgers go against Justin Fields. Like, we should not lose. However, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of in your boat. I'm more confident than last week when I think I rated it as like a 4 or 5. I am at a solid 6 out of 10 today.
Nice.
And so I'm feeling better about them because it is the Bears. We have good history with them, not in their favor, of course. And but like I am still a little bit nervous. They came out, they did fine. Obviously, we did not, and I don't think that's going to be a showing for the rest of the season by any means. But it's just, I mean, Fields isn't a rookie anymore. He's got to improve, right?
Yeah.
he's gonna be moving. He's a very mobile quarterback. So it'll be interesting, and I think it's gonna be a lot closer than we expect. But I think we're gonna come out with the win.
Okay.
I definitely agree with that. I am going to be the optimistic one today. I am an 8 out of 10. You have to look at last week. Trey Lance started for the 49ers. Would the Bears have won if Garoppolo was the starter for the 49ers?
Probably not.
I just don't see Garoppolo as a threat either. I always thought their defense is what like got them to where they were.
Right. But I mean, we saw how
but another like start, basically. I mean, I know he's been starting a little, like very rarely, but
right.
It does make a difference, yeah.
It does. So, I was like, Trey Lance started. I just don't know if they still would have won. So with saying that, I agree with Labo here, saying last week was a fluke for the Bears and the Packers. I don't think that the Bears are going to be great. I feel like we have to win. I do think it's going to be close though, but I'm not extremely threatened by the Bears still.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or Justin Fields, for that matter.
Never by Justin Fields.
So, we just said that the Bears beat the 49ers last week. Is Rodgers going to live up to Torrey's shirt? Is he still going to own them? Or are they going to be a more challenging team this season?
Like I said, I think they're going to be a more challenging team this season. I do not see them making the playoffs by any means. I still see them coming in third in the division. But I think they're going to just be more competitive at least. Like they're going to give people some games, and they're going to be closer, maybe a field goal or a touchdown. Like I said, Fields, he's out of his rookie year, so he's got to get more comfortable. And then Rodgers has to get comfortable with who we have. But I do think that he's pissed at how he played and how everyone played. So I think he will come out like full swinging for this game.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Rodgers will scorch the earth on Sunday night when he plays. I think he's got to come out, because honestly, I would say if we lose this game, it's going to be a very rough time coming back.
The fact that we just have 2 divisional games like back to back in the beginning of the season, I hate that.
It's so unnecessary.
No, because like that's one of the biggest things I hate that we lost to the Vikings is that it was a divisional game, so that then that we can't get that back. And then now we're going to have to play the Bears, which are our next biggest competition in the division. And if we lose that, we cannot get that back. And so I hate that we don't have a couple of weeks in between to kind of get used to ourselves and get in like a groove until we play our divisional games.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's a good point there. And then, Tori brought up, she thinks that the Bears are going to be third in the division still. So I'm curious to know what your guys' predictions for the division is going to be, because honestly, I think it's going to be Vikings, Packers, Bears, Lions.
I'm actually there with you. I do see the Vikings just beating us because, again, like if we trip up on this game, I don't see the Vikings tripping up later in the season, and this is early. It's definitely going to be a shootout, though, and I could see it coming down to we split with the Vikings. We have the same divisional record, and it just coming down to our actual record. We have a harder, we have harder teams to play as like we're supposed to from, previous division winners. But so I do see the Vikings passing us and us having to get like a wild card spot.
Yeah, which honestly might be better than having home field advantage, because home field advantage.
Yeah, clearly it's not working out for us.
Anything for us. So we got to fight our way. Maybe we'll do a little bit better. So either or, I think we'll definitely make the playoffs one way or another. So just kind of going to depend on if it is home field advantage or if it's
And I think it'll be so much sweeter when we beat the Vikings in the playoffs to kick them out. Like that will be so much better than them beating us on week 1.
Yeah. It's
absolutely.
week 1.
Absolutely. So going back to the Bears here, what do you think Justin Fields is going to do? Do you think he's going to be good? Do you think he's going to be bad? I mean,
I think he's going to be par. He's going to be fine. Honestly, I mean, let's be real. The NFC is not that great this year.
Yeah.
Like the teams in general, like the competition we have isn't that great. So he's going to look good against these NFC teams, I think. When he's going to have to play teams that were, previously in the playoffs, I think is when it's going to become more of an issue. He is going to then you're going to see the Justin Fields we all know and love as Packers fans come out. But I do see him at least improving for sure.
Yeah. No, I think I can agree with that. I don't think he'll be a franchise quarterback by any means. I think he'll be there for another 2 to 3 years and then might end up on another team somewhere else as a backup. I don't see that franchise spirit in him like we've seen with like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. Like he's not accurate. He does what he can, but there's sometimes where he misses his wide receivers
Definitely
by a long shot.
I've like said it so many times, and I tell people all the time, I don't like running quarterbacks. That's not your position.
No.
Like, that shouldn't be the thing you're good at, is like running and moving around. Yes, you're going to need to do that, but your main job needs to be throwing the ball accurately and getting it to people. And because when you have 2 minutes left and 1 timeout or less, then you need to be able to throw the ball, because you can't get away with running it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's even going back to fantasy football. I never pick running backs with quarterbacks that are known to run. Just because I'm like, they're not going to get, they're not going to get the yards. I know Geno Smith ran a little bit. Kyler Murray runs, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, even he had the most rushing yards last week on his team, which was very surprising. I mean, I know he's a great quarterback, but you're going to get hit, and that's when, quarterbacks start to crumble.
And that's just kind of like what the quarterbacks are becoming nowadays, is they are just like running quarterbacks, and I don't like it one bit.
No.
I need to see these long balls. I love a good deep ball, don't we all?
Tori loves long balls. Okay.
Long and deep balls, please.
I think that Justin Fields is going to be definitely more competitive than he has been in the past. Absolutely. I think he's definitely a better quarterback already, in week 1 than he was last year, and they played in a literal monsoon. Like,
oh my gosh, how is that legal?
But can we talk about also how in preseason their field was completely shit too? Like, have they not tried to like do anything?
My favorite picture was the line that went like this up the sidelines, and someone said, it was like, I guess it's just a suggestion. The monsoon, it is. There's no way I would have pulled my players if I was a head coach. Injuries, like, no.
No, yeah, that's like all I can see, ankles gone. Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised there weren't more injuries, honestly, because of that condition.
Yeah, how the NFL didn't find them for like an unfit field. Like, there should be someone that. Oh, did they?
No, they didn't find them. They said that the field was like, it met the standards, but the bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
The bare. Okay.
Because that's what the minimum. That's what the minimum is the Bears.
The Bears.
So I don't know. I thought I saw that they were getting a new field. Like,
they're supposed to be getting a new stadium.
They're gonna definitely need it.
A new stadium, but I thought that they were getting bringing in like Bermuda grass or something like that. I thought I saw that.
Up the water. Oh, can we talk about how they got a penalty for the kicker taking a towel out there to dry down the field, and they did an unsportsmanlike penalty and backed him out of field goal range.
Do you agree with that? Like, do you agree with that? Do you think that should be unsportsmanlike?
No,
I don't feel like that should be at all. Like, if I'm a kicker, my job is to kick this, and if this is going to help me, that's strategy to me. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna soaking wet.
Yeah, it's like in baseball. When it rains, I would carry a towel around when I was a catcher in my pocket, so I would wipe the ball down for my pitcher, because that's just, it's easier for them. Like, why not make your job easier?
Yeah, I don't even understand how they would be able to give them an unsportsmanlike penalty for that. That doesn't even make sense to me.
No, I think it's because of bringing something onto the field, like, and using it I wouldn't say it was like because like whenever the players will celebrate after a touchdown, they use a prop. So I don't think it was a prop because they were actually using it for a reason. I think it's just one of their wonky rules in the rule book that they just do the penalty. But it just kind of made me laugh that it knocked him out of field goal range, because
that is funny.
Yeah, I would do the same thing, but whenever I saw it trending on Twitter, I was like, that's awesome.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see or hear that yet. So I'm glad that somebody said it's a penalty if you do that in the snow because of unfair advantage. Okay. I don't know.
Well, it was rain. But
I still don't agree, but
I still don't agree.
Yeah. I don't agree, but I also don't make the rules. So who am I?
Who am I to say?
I would like to also just bring up a random point for field goals, since not quite Packers news, but kind of Packers news since he was previously a coach of ours. Can we talk about the poor time management for that field goal that the Broncos went for on Monday night? Like, what the heck was that?
That was awful.
horrible.
That was
It was
horrible.
horrible.
That was terrible time management. The fact that
They
there are
wasted
54
30
seconds for a timeout?
Yeah. No, it was.
What are you doing?
I want to say it was like 30 seconds because I want to say when they got down there, it was at 50. And by the time that they actually called the timeout, it was at 20 seconds.
It was 30 seconds that they ran off the clock before. And they didn't even like try to fake the team out. Like if you're going to do that, try to fake them out. But like they didn't. They're like, hike. And it was like 1 second left timeout. It's like,
yeah. The second that when Pete Carroll tried to ice him out and he missed it, immediately I would have swapped him. Russell, you're back out there. You're paying your quarterback how much money and you don't think he can get 5 yards? Really?
Exactly. And if anything, in the let's say worst case scenario, they don't get it. And you have, I believe they have like 3 timeouts left.
Yeah,
you have 3 timeouts left.
With 50 seconds.
Just do what you freaking can with them and make them make a move.
Yeah. No, that surprised me, but I'm.
You okay?
I'm not a huge Russell Wilson fan, so I don't know. Like I was rooting for the Denver Broncos just because they're in the AFC versus being in the NFC. But I wasn't like too terribly upset that they lost, if that makes sense.
So I struggled because I was a Russell Wilson fan. I am a Badgers fan, so I loved him for the Badgers, of course. And it's hard to root for someone so cringy.
Oh, the practicing the high fives.
The practicing the high fives, the spinning, like
oh my god, the spinning.
Oh my god! And then I don't know if you guys, he like posted a TikTok. He's like things you love.
Yeah,
football. Family. God, I was like, dude,
the finger returning video last year was what did it for me. Whenever he put out that back video, boy, you sprained your pinky. Like, is this necessary to put a 15-minute PR video out there?
That was the start of the cringe.
It was.
I was done.
Downhill. I'll be honest. I have gotten in a really bad habit of just saying "Let's ride" for no reason, and I can't stop. I need to stop, and I can't.
Do you practice your high fives too?
Here we go.
Yeah, all the time. Let's ride.
Would you rather Russell Wilson or Justin Fields?
Like play against or on our team?
Not what I said. My bad.
Oh.
Labo, we're gonna need you to expand on that question because there's a lot of ways this can be taken, and I don't know which way you're going with it. So, anyways.
I think as my quarterback, I would prefer to have Russell Wilson.
And I think in bed, I would rather have Justin Fields because like the cringe would be way too real.
Are you kidding me?
You know what? Here's what I would do. He gets on the bed. I just hop on and go, let's ride.
I was gonna say, he would get in the bed and he would say, Tori Piat, let's ride.
I'm out.
Oh God. I just can't. I would feel like he'd be like almost like trying to be like too intimate to where it's like really weird. And he'd be like trying to like whisper in your ear all seductively. And it's like, it's not working for me.
He would practice before he even got in the bed. Sorry I took that question that way for you. Well, I was thinking it. I was like...
And I also need to publicly apologize to Emily's parents who are going to probably watch this later.
Or they're watching it right now. How embarrassing.
So sorry.
Every week we talk about Emily's parents because they're probably our biggest fans.
Yeah.
And
number one supporters. Shout out to Emily's parents.
And then we just have to take it there. Like, why do we do this?
It's okay. It is A-okay.
I just want to come over for a dinner one night.
Yeah, we're probably y'all are both welcome.
They're gonna be like, Tori, now.
They're gonna be like, Haley's a maybe. I don't know about Tori though.
No, everyone's always invited over to our house for dinner. So
no, we love Emily's parents, and we've seen her dad one time, but we haven't ever seen her mom. But we love her parents already.
A cameo. I'll get them on one time.
We'll
There
have to
you
do
go.
a meet and greet for our number one fan.
Yeah.
Bring them on from the next room over.
Coming to you live from the living room.
I am curious, Emily, what's for dinner tonight?
I picked up Chick-fil-A on my way over here.
Oh.
My dad just ate some lasagna. My mom's currently out of town. And so I've been staying over here helping out with our dogs because one of our dogs is a little bit older. So tonight it's Chick-fil-A. Last night it was Chick-fil-A, and tomorrow will probably be Chick-fil-A.
What about Sunday? What you gonna have?
Last Sunday it was really funny because the previous year I came over for the game and I picked up Jack in the Box for us, and I was all hyped. And then of course, we know
Who's
how that
hyped
went.
for Jack in the Box? I'm sorry.
It's kind of like one of our like game day traditions. And so when my dad and I were talking about food for this past Sunday, he was like, let's get Jack in the Box. And I was like, absolutely not, because we had Jack in the Box last year. We know how that worked out for us. So I got a Chicken Express this past year. So I blamed it on the Jack in the Box. It wasn't the Jack in the Box, but I don't know. Probably for this Sunday we might do probably Jack in the Box.
I'm gonna have to go with Labo's suggestion of Popeyes here.
Always good.
Ooh, we did wings from Wingstop on Monday night for the game.
That's what I'll be having after this, actually.
Yeah.
So
I love wings, but I feel like Wingstop.
Don't you dare talk bad about Wingstop. You shut your mouth right now.
Wingstop is overrated.
Their ranch is everything, though.
Their ranch is great.
Drink it.
Yeah.
Same. But their wings, I'm sorry, but I like my wings extra crispy.
I like their dry rubs. Like I like their garlic parm and their lemon pepper dry rubs because I feel like those are crispier. The sauces, they do kind of get soggy a little quick. Haley, can you stop picking comments you only agree with? That'd be great.
No, because Labo is the king of food, in case you all were wondering. So as long as he agrees with me, nobody else's opinion matters. Anyway.
Haley, what are you doing for dinner tonight?
I will probably eat sleep.
I love that meal. That was my favorite meal in college.
It is my favorite meal. Troy is in Nebraska, so I don't have anyone that I have to cook for because Kingston went to my aunt's house so that way I could have a moment of peace and quiet to do the podcast. Otherwise, it would be nothing but a terrorist burning down my apartment. I guarantee it.
Shout out to Kingston.
Yeah.
Shout out 3-year-olds. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Kingston already ate with my aunt, and if he didn't eat dinner, then he ate candy. So that'll be fun.
Those are great options.
You don't got to deal with that, so it's all right.
Yeah, except they're bringing him home after this, so I do. But I got a little bit of melatonin somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Some Benadryl and whiskey.
For both of you.
Benadryl and whiskey to my 3-year-old. The cops are watching now.
Insert our FBI agent.
Oh my
God. All of a sudden, like CPS is knocking on the door.
Yeah, are you bales of hay?
We're gonna need you to sit down. We're gonna have a chat.
Yeah,
take a seat.
For the record, I would never do that to my child. Okay. Anyways, back to football because I don't even know how we got there. But what do you want to see of more this game, and what do you want to see less of, Emily?
Less of our guys defending themselves. I don't know. I should have sent you that picture, Haley. But there was a picture that popped up of 2 of our linemen just hooked in each other's arms like they were dancing. I will say that I saw a picture like that on the Cowboys, and I saw a picture like that, and I want to say maybe on the Tennessee Titans. We were not the only team that did it. However, that is embarrassing.
It's really embarrassing.
Or how about AJ Dillon?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say it. I didn't want to bring it up, but
yeah,
because that's my guy. But yeah, that was not good. Because like when I saw Zadarius Smith like bail someone over, I was like, who the fuck was that? And then I didn't want to come to terms with what I saw.
Yeah, I'd also like to see our quarterback not try to body slam a 300-pound man. I mean, I know it was all in good fun, but when he got knocked down after that, I was like, well, I guess you deserve that.
Yeah, definitely went outside his comfort zone there. Part of me
but-
was like, is he like, was it good fun or was he kind of
a
like,
chip shot.
yep.
Yeah.
I kind of definitely think it was a chip shot.
Oh, absolutely. But all in all, I'd like to see us come out and score. We got to start off hot because we've talked about it earlier. If we don't score on our first drive, we lose the momentum and it is exceptionally hard to get back. So that's what I would like to see. And hopefully no more drops. That would be kind of a fingers crossed thing.
I felt like that one was a given.
Yeah.
I feel like we all feel that way. I said I would like to see some more of running back touches, as I addressed earlier in this segment. I need to see that because that's what I have confidence in right now is our run game. I don't know my confidence level for our wide receivers yet, which I mean will be built as I watch. And then I would like to see less of defenders getting to Rodgers. This O line, like where are you? Are you there?
Yeah.
I need to see Rodgers have time to like stay calm, stay in the pocket, and let the wide receivers have time to actually get open because I feel like that was a struggle as well as no one was getting open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. I'm agreeing here with Tori. Our offensive line was, again, hot garbage. So I'm going to need someone to do some blocking of some sort. Rodgers got sacked way too many times. It was painful to watch. I was like, there was a hit where I was like, he's not getting up. Like,
yeah. When he laid there for a second.
Yeah, when he lay there, I was like, and there we go.
Yeah, I was like, well.
Yeah, game 1, of course it's against the Vikings. They always want to hurt Rodgers, and their fans want them to hurt Rodgers as well. So I was like, yep, this checks out. But I was glad he got back up. Then you could like see them massaging his neck over there. So
with the blue glove on.
Yeah, I'm sure he felt terrible the next day, but he took it like a champ.
Yeah.
I would also like to see more running back touches, as well as I would like to see Aaron Jones get the ball more. I feel like he just really didn't get it a whole lot. Even whenever they threw to Jones and Dillon, I feel like they were still great. Like, you can throw to them, they can run it. I mean, I don't care if you don't test your rookie wide receivers yet, but like you have other people that can catch the ball as well. I mean,
definitely. That's one of the reasons I picked up Aaron Jones on my fantasy team is I thought we were going to throw him the ball more, honestly.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I'm going to definitely need them to give him the ball more. I'm going to need Rodgers to throw it to him because I lost terribly last week. So,
yeah, I would say even to this is a completely random point, but I just thought of it. I wouldn't mind if they moved around some people on the roster and were able to bring up again Tyler Goodson and Patrick Taylor and then line up AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones in like wide receiver line, like the spots, just because he trusts to throw it to them. They made the comment the other day that AJ Dillon in his college years, he never caught the ball. It was just straight running back. But over the past 2 years, he's done incredible about catching the ball. So maybe right now, move around some people, have 2 other guys in the backfield, and let Rodgers throw it to them because at least he knows that they would catch it and he trusts them.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons he did not play very good is like after that first drop, like I said, it set the tone. He was like, this is what it's going to be today, I guess. And I think he was forcing a lot. Like that interception felt forced.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as he let it go, I was like, why?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not just blaming the O-line or the defense or whoever. I am also putting some blame on Rodgers. Like he just didn't have a normal him game. His like rating was like a 67 at the end, I think. Like
he got me 1 point in fantasy when the person I was playing against had Patrick Mahomes.
Oof.
Who had like 34 points, something like that.
I outscored him on every other player.
Oh no.
But it did me in. Except for I do have Patrick Mahomes and I won that game. That was a smackdown.
At one point, I mean, I have Joe Burrow as my quarterback right now, and at one point I had negative 3.5 points from him. So, I mean, he came back and he got me 20, but like, damn, you know what would be nice? Those points back.
Yeah.
I have Kyler Murray, and then the guy that I played had Patrick Mahomes, and then 3 of my players were injured. And that was one league. And then in my other league, I have Jalen Hurts and Aaron Rodgers. and I absolutely smacked that one. But the other one, I lost by like 130 points, I think.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Are you
Yeah, it's
okay?
I was okay because I won in the other league, so it was
Do y'all
fine.
have leagues that are like, this one's the most important league, this
Definitely.
one's kind of and
Yeah.
then I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Did y'all have any Rockstar benchers?
No.
Oh,
My my team I feel like could be good, but like I don't think it's gonna win, which sucks because like this league I really care about, I have been like one of the top people every year. And so like that league I don't think is gonna do good. And the league that like is kind of more my fun league, I think I'm gonna actually do like really freaking good at for some reason. I was like, damn it, I wish I could have that team on the other league.
I had a Cam Akers starting, which we all know he did absolutely
Cam
nothing
Akers.
last week.
Emily, you had a really rough week.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was in my bench. Yeah, that was brutal because he had like 25 points sitting on my bench, so 25 versus 0. Yeah, it was a rough week in fantasy.
Yeah, that sounds rough, dude.
It was a rough week all around in football,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, all around
It just
football is
wasn't
not
good.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna start this week. So tonight.
Over.
I am excited to watch this Chiefs Chargers game though.
Oh yeah.
But what do you guys think the score will be? I'm going close. I think that it'll be a lower scoring game, not super low, but I think will be 24-21 Packers.
I was like right around the same thing when we kind of discussed this. Like I saw what you said and I was like, damn it, like I kind of want to say that. But I'm going to instead go with 23-17, which is like a really kind of weird number. But I think we're going to get 2 touchdowns and then 3 field goals. And they're just going to get 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Okay. I said 17-10. I don't know. I'm just feeling those numbers.
Dang, you're really pessimistic this week, Emily.
Yeah.
Are you okay? What did fantasy
really
do you
get
dirty? Like, just
I've
lead
been
you into
hurt.
a depression?
My therapist will be hearing about this.
Yeah, first you rank us as like a 6 out of 7, 6 or 7 out of 10 on confidence, and now you have the lowest scoring prediction.
I feel because of us not having those weapons until he gets used to them, we're not going to have any of those blowout games where we're scoring, 50,
Absolutely.
45, 50
definitely.
points. So, and I think maybe if our defense can get into motion, we'll stop them and they'll have to settle for a couple field goals. But yeah, I say 17-10.
That's fair.
Both fair. Which wide receiver do you think will be targeted the most?
I mean, Lazard if he's there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
If he's
not.
I think that's kind of all what we're on the track of. So my backup answer is just going to be Dobbs. He was targeted the most last game. So I feel like they have some feeling that he's reliable to an extent. So I'm just going to go with Dobbs for mine.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to say Watkins or Watson. I think if he can get one good pass on Watson, then I think he'll keep giving them back to him. I'm just hoping that he doesn't write him off, because if so, that'll be a long season.
I don't think he will. I think he's smart enough to realize he is a rookie and this is game 1. Like he was kind of, to the media backing him up a little bit too. Like we just have to take time.
Yeah. I agree with that. Tori and I have the same put down. We don't have a lot of options here, so
you're right.
I was like, Lazard if he's back for sure. If he is not, I think that he's going to go to Dobbs. Dobbs looked good in week 1, and I feel like him and Watson both are really good at running routes, actually.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be opposed if I'm actually surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised at how we have not targeted Sammy Watkins as much, considering that he's targeting these rookies more than a veteran to the game.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. Like I picked him up in the last round of fantasy because I figured like he might end up being our number 2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very surprised by how we haven't really used. I think he had like 3 targets.
And one of them was the interception because it was between him and Cobb.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I think it sucked watching some of the other games, seeing the different people that went to other teams, like in AJ Brown to the Eagles. He would have been a really nice pickup. Julia Jones, even though I know he's in the later part of his career, but he was still able to make some catches for Rodgers. So I think it was just, or for Brady, I'm sorry. I think it was just kind of disappointing. Like they're like, no, we're gonna rock our crew. We're gonna rock with our crew, and it's like there is no crew.
There's
Like,
not much of one.
There is no crew. So I'm hoping that some of these guys will get a little bit stronger, but it could be a long season. If
I definitely like the whole off season while everyone was getting these big pickups. I was like, we just need one decent name, not even a big name. Like I just need a decent name that I know can catch the ball. I just want one.
Yeah.
And then we got Sammy Watkins, and that's not what I wanted.
Yeah. I personally will not be mad if we decide to pick up OBJ.
I won't either.
I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be that mad either.
I wouldn't be mad.
Like, I really don't see it happening, and I don't want to get my hopes up, but like I want it to happen.
Yeah.
At this point, because again, what options do we really have? I mean, I'll see when he comes around and he's actually done with his therapy and stuff. If how we're doing, like, do I actually feel like we need him? At this point, yeah, I feel like we do.
Or even like Cole Beasley. I know there's drama that surrounds him, but at least he was solid for Dak. So, I wouldn't mind picking him up for just a little bit too. I know he's out there, and there was a couple other players out there that are just kind of wandering the streets, I like to say. So
yeah.
She makes it sound like they're just like some sad homeless dog wandering the street.
Just waiting to be picked up by another NFL team.
I mean, like, if you're a wide receiver, though, how do you not want to come play with Aaron Rodgers? Even if it's like a 1 year, 2 year contract.
Yeah. Give me 6 months.
How do you not want to have that? Like, you've seen what this man can do. Like, wouldn't you want to play with one of the best?
Oh, yeah. To be able to catch a touchdown from him. Yeah.
Yeah. Sign me at this point.
Sign me up.
I will be insanely
tall enough.
I'm tall enough. I am actually the size of Tyreek Hill. So there's that going for me.
His neck is probably just a little bit bigger than yours.
Just a little thicker. I got these man hands. They're fucking massive. So I can catch a ball.
We're going to send you down to the practice field.
Yeah, put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Oh, man. You're going to be like, I would like to be trucked by A.J. Dillon right now.
I would love that. I would love nothing more than to be completely obliterated by A.J. Dillon.
And we never saw her again.
And she died. If that's the way I go, that's the way I go.
She was happy. She loved what she was doing.
I'm like in my casket, just like smiling, like the biggest smile.
The pieces we were able to pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, like don't open the bottom half of the casket. That torso's like off.
It's just gonna be a hole in the ground also, like
some Looney Tune like shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Okay, well, I'm ready to get off here to watch some Thursday night football. I'm sure everybody else is also. So you can follow us on Twitter. Our handles are at Bales of Hay, 5 Ys, at Tori Piat, and at Emily Johnson with 2 Ys and 3 N's.
Johnson.
Emily Johnson.
Emily. Bales of Hay.
Hey.
And we are also on Twitter and Instagram at green__gorgeous. And of course, please make sure to follow and subscribe Game On Wisconsin as well. And we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.